Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking this video. So sorry it's been a long time. It's been probably like 3 or 4 months. These past 3 or 4 months have been psycho though, insane, just busy, and I just haven't gotten the time to make a video to update you on my 8-month pregnancy journey. So I'm 8 months.
That's scary.
I had no time this whole pregnancy to prepare for me about to push out a baby in like 6 or 7 weeks. Like, I am not prepared at all to push out a baby. But now I'm here and life has calmed down and I'm pretty calm. So I'm like, let me make a video, especially about how to be a mom. And I'm gonna just make this disclaimer: nobody knows how to be a perfect mom. Nobody knows the keys and all these things. Everybody's working it out on their own. Everybody's life is different. Everybody's kids are different. One thing's not gonna work for this one kid, and one thing's not gonna work for this one mom. So I'm just gonna share with you about what works for me and what I feel like God has convicted me about being a mom with my personality type, and I guess the kind of kids that I have. So this is my 3rd pregnancy, and I'm just thinking, I mean, every pregnancy has me thinking, but this one I'm like, dang, there's gonna be 3. Am I gonna screw my kids up? Like, that's all I keep thinking about. I'm like, every day I go to bed and I feel kind of unfulfilled as like my mom duties, or like just being a mom, or things that I said or didn't say. And I'm like, am I gonna like mess up my kids? Are they gonna remember this? You know? And it just had me thinking, like, what qualities do my kids need for me in order to be like a good mom to them? You know, and this isn't going to be every day. Like, first of all, I'm just giving another disclaimer. This video is not about how to organize the kids' rooms, how to make sure they're eating healthy, you know, making sure they have the perfect lunch and the perfect snack and everything that they need, and where I take them. And like, this is not going to be about that. This is literally going to be about you and your mental health and space as a mom, and how that affects your time with them in those day-to-day activities. I'm a working mom. We all know this. This is like something that I'm super passionate about, being a working mom. Whether you're a single mom, you're married, whatever, like, it's a lot. And having to be there for your kids is a lot, and having to be present is a lot. And that's something that God has like spoke to me about, which is making sure that I'm there. And I'm not just in the room and it's like, oh, they see me, they know I'm here, I'm cooking, I'm doing, you know, but I'm on my phone, or I'm watching something on YouTube, or making a phone call. My kids are around and I've barely engaged with them all day, even though they're here and they see me. So that's something that I guess that I struggled with, because when I get off work, I'm just kind of like, I don't want to do anything. Like, I don't want to be bothered, and I work at a daycare, so I have to deal with kids, and then I come home with kids. And I want that like space where I can decompress. So I try to find that space when I'm driving home. I'll like call somebody and I'll be like, hey, like, what are you doing? And then if I'm calling them, my kids are talking in the back, and I'm constantly like, hey guys, like, I'm on the phone, can't you guys hear? I'm on the phone, like, be quiet, be quiet. And then they end up getting in trouble because I'm just over here trying to be on the phone and talk, when I could just turn off, or not turn off, but not call anybody and try to be present and there for them. And then there's other instances, like, you know, like cooking or eating, like making sure that I'm eating with them. Like, for me, I'm just trying to get things done. I'm the kind of person that I have a checklist, and in my checklist, like, I have to get those things done no matter what. I'm like, did they do this? Did they eat? Blah, blah, blah. Like, all right, they're done, so I can have me time. And it's kind of like, I'm just so focused on like what's best for me that I'm not thinking about what's best for them. And some people might be like, oh, but girl, you need to take it. It's like, yeah, I do believe in taking care of myself. Like, I just have to find the right time and how to do that efficiently whilst being there for my kids. And doing those things, like distracting myself while they're around and having like a 5-minute convo before they go to sleep, for me wasn't enough. Like, I would go to bed, like I said, feeling unfulfilled. So I started not calling people on the way home from work, you know, and I would engage with them and let them know that I'm here and they can talk to me. And if they want to be loud, they can be loud. They're not going to get in any sort of unnecessary trouble. And making sure that I'm eating with them. You know, so I cook and I'll just like, just give them a little snack, because I don't want them to be too full before dinner. And then we all sit down and have dinner together, and we can talk without our cell phones. And what else? There's one more thing. Oh, that other thing is just to talk and pray with them before bedtime. So like, let them know that I'm here. Do you want to read a book? You know, sometimes I'm so wrapped up and like I gotta like shower before like it's my bedtime because I wake up super early. Like, I'm like, there's no time for a book. We just gotta go to sleep. And I'm just so wrapped up in like what's best for me most days that I'm not thinking about what kind of connection my kids need. So I just kind of like wrapped up all the things that I've been changing as a mom. And it's not gonna make me a perfect mom. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, every day, like, you know, just like, this is what I was born to do. Like, no. Like, yeah, I was born to be a mom, like, whatever, all that stuff. But I'm struggling, and I feel like every mom struggles. And if you look at your mom and look at her life, like, there's struggles there. You know, my mom was a single mom, and there was a lot of struggles there. And I'm like, I'm always thinking, like, how did she do that? You know, how did she come home at like 6 o'clock and then make a whole meal? Like, she wouldn't be like, here's some nuggets and some tater tots, which is what I've been doing sometimes. But I'm like, she made a whole meal. I had a home cooked meal every day. You know, that was something that she was really passionate about, you know. But there's one thing regarding me and my personality and this checklist that I have that I feel like God spoke to me about. And it's in that chapter. It's in that famous chapter that talks about love in the Bible. It's like 1 Corinthians 13 or 14, sorry, I don't know. And it's right before it talks about like what is love, you know, where it's like love, it's patient, love is kind. It's all before that. And it basically says if you basically give all your money to the poor and you do all the stuff and you know, you're like praying out loud and you're just like worshiping God, doing all these things that like look right and are helping people and are just being a great person on the outside, but there's no love, it's nothing. Like, it means nothing. Nothing. And I'm like, Lord, that was me, because I'm over here trying to get everything done in this checklist to be a good mom and making sure that my kids are, you know, making sure they eat their veggies, making sure that like they go to bed on time, that they're learning, that they're doing the homework, like all this like, you know, stuff, or they have like fun with this person, that they have a fulfilled life. But if I'm checking all these things off, but I'm not doing it in love, like it means nothing. And I had to check my heart, because I'm not gonna lie, like I don't think I was doing it in love. I was doing it in like zero patience, pressure, and just like trying to get it done. It wasn't because I was sitting like really trying to connect and think about what's best for them. That's why being present, like God has been talking to me about being present. I feel like that is just the #1 thing to do for your kids, is just be present. Even if it's like a 5-minute car ride home and you're there and you're talking with them, they're gonna remember that. You know, they're gonna remember you singing to the song with the window down with them, or whatever, playing I Spy. Like, even though it's like really hard, like for me, I'm just like, because when I'm done from work and they want to play I Spy, I'm just like, I spy like that stop sign. Like, I'm not really involved. But each like day that I'm doing it, because I've only been doing it for like probably like a month now, I'm getting so much better, and I'm getting used to not picking up my phone and just trying to distract myself from the kids that's like in front of me. So these are like my tips on how to be a mom, especially if you're working and you're tired and you need to decompress. Now my next thing is like, how do I decompress? Like, when am I gonna find that time? You know, but I just also find myself less stressed because I'm not shooing them away because I'm trying to do something, or trying to watch my show while I'm cooking, or trying to like whatever. Like, yeah, I feel like there's times for that. You could do that some days, but I was doing it like all the time, every day. And be present, that's it. If you don't take anything away, it is be present for your kids, okay? Be present for yourself as well in these moments. Don't just shoot things and just distract yourself. Be there. Think about your family. Think about your life, what your struggles are as a mom, and figure out how you can grow from them. Like, what are some things that you can do to help you grow and to help you be closer with your kids and create that connection and bond. So on top of all, like how to pack lunches, which there are so many great videos for that, and how to be an organized mom, so many great videos out there. You should check them out, Google them, do all that. But without love, without being present, without having like patience and peace, like it's gonna be really hard to continue doing those things. Like the first week you're gonna wake up and be like, oh, I'm doing this, yay. But then after that, it's gonna be hard to continue it if you don't have the right like mindset, or if your heart is not connected to it. So that's all I wanted to say for a quick video on how to be a mom. That is like the main thing of these things that I think. This is the main thing that you need. You know, it's easy. You can go to the doctor to find out how to breastfeed. You can go like, you know, there's all these people that are around. But if your heart is not in it, it's going to be hard to continue. So please think about that, pray about that, and yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So pray for me, pray for this baby, and that everything goes well. I'm gonna actually make a video on how I'm preparing in these last like 7 weeks that I have, because I had no time to prepare. But I'm actually starting to prepare in my head, and like some things that I'm doing and like products that I bought. So I'm gonna share all that with you. But until then, peace.